save me from what lies ahead? This is why I came. This is why I came. And by the way, how much does Jesus know as God? Everything. He knew what he was going to have to go through. He knew the suffering that he was going to endure. He knew the death that he was going to endure. He said, this is why I came. And he came willingly. And he chose to lay down his life. He had to obey, he had to die to obey his Father's will. 6 months before his arrest and crucifixion, he said to the Jews in Jerusalem that he had the authority to lay his life down and the authority to take it up again. He said, this commandment I received from who? My Father. John 10:18. Praying in the Garden of Gethsemane with his arrest imminent, knowing what lay before him, Jesus said, my Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me, yet not as I will, but as you will. And continuing in prayer, he said, my Father, if it can't pass away unless I drink it, your will be done. And then a third time, he said essentially the same thing. Philippians 2:8, being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on the cross. He had to die to fulfill prophecy. When the crowd came to the Garden of Gethsemane to arrest him, Jesus said, have you come out with swords and clubs to arrest me as you would against a robber? Every day I used to sit in the temple teaching, and you did not seize me. But this has taken place to fulfill the scriptures of the prophets. Matthew 26:55 through 56. There are hundreds of prophecies in the Old Testament about the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ, about the sacrifice of the Lord Jesus Christ, about the second coming of the Lord Jesus Christ, about the kingdom of the Lord Jesus Christ, the kingdom of the Messiah, the sacrifice of the Messiah, the coming of the Messiah. They are there. And we began tonight just looking at one of those, Isaiah. The servant, the Messiah. This is what he is going to go through. And by the way, when did Isaiah write? 700 to 7, we'll say 7 to 800. Isaiah prophesied from about 740 to 680 BC. So 7 centuries before the birth of the Lord Jesus Christ. Isaiah prophesied he's going to be born, and this is what's going to happen to him. He's going to die, and this is what's going to occur.